incredible. Like what Liam said, I thought it was a really, really boring game, really poor from us for a lot of that second half. And then 5 minutes of madness out of nowhere. It's just crazy. The lack of urgency until the last 2 minutes. Yeah, ASM in the first half he had a good game, but nothing came from it. But he started a lot of our attacks. I thought Dubravka was superb. He nearly made a mistake, but the amount of saves he made, I thought he was superb. Yeah. Well, I like his passion. I like his fight. He's always putting a tackle in. Just another solid performance from him today, I reckon. But it's a bit worrying how they kept getting in down that side. But it's difficult with the quality of Liverpool, isn't it?
That's what irritates me about Bruce. When we attack teams, we actually look like we could score. It took us up until about past the 85th minute, kind of, until we got at Liverpool and scored twice. Obviously, one was chalked off for just a ridiculous VAR handball, but we didn't deserve the equaliser overall. But for the last 10, 15, last 10 minutes, roughly, plus stoppage time, we had them sitting back. That said a lot about how we finished the game. And we actually brought on the opposite. We brought on attacking players. I think it was a Willock for Clark, or brought on an offensive player for a defender anyway. But we have the players that can hurt teams, and it's not like we're terrible defensively either. We're so much better than what Bruce is having us playing like.
The Premier League. Why? All right, let's think about this. Why is the Premier League the most entertaining league in the world?
Because of the talent in the league.
Talent. What else?
Oh, that's the main thing. It's pretty fair.
Controversy. Do we not see these decisions every single match week? Every single match week. As soon as they disallowed that goal, in the back of my head, I'm like, you know what? On ESPN FC, the football show we have here in the States, they're gonna talk about the game a little bit, but they're gonna talk about that incident for 10 minutes. They're gonna have Steve Nicol, they're gonna have Alejandro Moreno and all those guys. They're gonna talk about this for 10, 15 minutes. Any publicity is good publicity. They do the same thing in the UK. They'll bring on Peter Walton and he'll say some absurd thing. It's clicks. It's it generates controversy. Any publicity is good publicity. It is a league that is the most popular in the world for a lot of reasons, but controversy has to be up there. How many times do you see the Bundesliga? They have VAR. I'm watching a game right now. They don't, you don't hear about these crazy decisions.
The amount of controversy is just as high. I think it pisses people off because they can see the slow-mo 4K replay and they're like, what the hell are you doing? His arm is not away from his body kind of stuff. So I like your click argument. I think there's some merit to that, but there's always going to be controversy. And even if they
absolutely
fixed it, even if it somehow was magically right next week, they would just find something else to make controversial. And if we paid $40 million for Joe Linton, we must have to pay $250 million for Willock. I don't think Miggy could see Joe Linton, right, when he kind of stepped in front of the ball. And looking at that, I guess I'm defending Miggy. That's my job. I'm from Atlanta. I'll fucking defend him. But I think Joe Linton could see the ball and Miggy the entire time.
Yeah.
And someone said during halftime it was like schoolyard play, right? Of like, hey, out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I hold him a little more accountable for that. But they did look stupid in that moment. But I thought Joe Linton got, I don't know if the word is better, slightly more useful as the game went on. I do think that.
And it was. It should have been 2-1. Newcastle should have had all 3 points. But it was controversial. And I was pleased to grab a point against Liverpool. It was an unbelievable last 5 minutes towards the end. Yes, what did you make of the game?
Well, I thought that was the most barmiest, craziest Newcastle-Liverpool game for a long, long time. And we should have wrapped it up in the first half, but we didn't. At the end of the day, that's our season. All season, we've been like that, inconsistent. So many shots on target, not many goals. I just can't wait for the season to end, to be honest.
The second half, I think we kind of dropped a little bit in energy, especially sort of around the 60-minute mark. I mean, I actually thought John Joe Shelby was pretty good for the first 15 minutes of the second half. It looked like he was pulling the strings a little bit, putting in some good balls. Yeah, I mean, I think if he can play with the same energy and some of the same intensity that he played today, then I would keep him in the squad, because I still think that from a technical perspective, he's one of the best footballers at the club. So I thought overall he had a decent game today, up until the point where he played that bizarre 70-yard back pass to Dubravka, which was just like, I've never seen anything like that before in my life, to be honest. But other than that, I imagine like pretty much all Newcastle fans, I'm a bit, well, more than a bit pissed off with VAR, because I mean we could have had 3 points there. And yes, there's the argument that if we scored the first goal, then we wouldn't go for the second one. But I don't know if I agree with that, to be honest, because I remember, I don't know if it was last season or the season before, when we got two goals against Everton.
2 weeks in a row, mate, that me heart has gone flipping 10 to the dozen by flipping. You know what I mean? Obviously, the game against West Ham, we've obviously screwed that up, and obviously got that back. And obviously today, thinking, oh, brilliant, Wilson's back on the score sheet, and obviously VAR said no. And obviously then we've now got our, it's like Man United when they had Solskjaer, he was their super sub, and obviously Willock's our one at the moment, isn't he? So it's I think on the balance of the second half, I think we actually did deserve a point. I mean, the first half we had the chance for Longstaff, and
that's probably it.
And obviously then when Joe Linton kind of went into Joe Linton mode and kind of got in the way of Almiron, but apart from that, we didn't do an awful lot. I think it was a case of in the first half, try and keep it tight and use ASM's pace to kind of get up the field and supply obviously the forward line up there, which worked to a degree. It's just the lack of quality. If Wilson was playing, he probably might have got a goal in the first half, because like I said, they haven't got their best players.
I've got to disagree with you, Liam. I thought the game was all right in the first half. You were saying you were bored before. I thought it was all right. We did show that we were getting in behind Liverpool if we tried. If Joe Linton had just decided to be a striker and take the ball off Almiron, Wilson would have just took the ball off Almiron there and went through on goal. I don't think striker Shiro would have done. I mean, strikers just take the ball off them, don't they? There, he's been poor for weeks, hasn't he? He's not really. I think it's his role though at the minute, and he's playing a little bit deeper and he's out wide. And I think we're trying to put a little bit more onus on since saint-maximin came into the team. Miggy's role's been a bit different, but I'd let it continue, because you know there's going to be games where people leave space and Miggy will get chances, I think. But I'm out of the moon with that goal. Like, I was bouncing after that goal.
It was good. Really happy with the result. Just pissed off. Everyone's saying it, like, if we don't get that Wilson goal, we probably don't attack and go, Willock doesn't score, but still, that's a goal. Everyone knows that's a goal. Yeah. When we're on the ball, it was enjoyable, but all around, 25% possession, shit, boring. But
all Brucey ball.
Yeah, Brucey ball, mate. Like, just everyone behind the ball, counter attack. Yeah, it was boring, but all my mates, Liverpool supporters, every single one of them, bar one a Fulham supporter. So tomorrow, I'll be hitting it up, and time we should have won 2-1.